الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, there is a concept that Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in almost every single surah in the Quran. It is a concept that He mentions not in hundreds but in thousands of verses. It is a concept that every single prophet whom Allah Azza wa Jal sent called to, and every single book that He revealed emphasized. It is a belief in Yawm al-Qiyamah, in the Day of Judgment. A day that Allah Azza wa Jal describes in the Quran, يَوْمًا كَانَ مِقْدَارُهُ 50,000 سَنَةً. A day whose length is equivalent to 50,000 years. This day has been given many different names in the Quran. And this is because the Arabs, when they wish to emphasize something, when they wish to show the importance of something, they would give it many names. So the Day of Judgment has been named by over a dozen names in the Quran to show its importance and its significance. Of these names is Yawm al-Din, the day of recompense, Yawm al-Hisab, the day of accounting. Of these names is Yawm al-Hasra, the day of regret, Yawm al-Nadama, the day of remorse. Because every single soul, Muslim or Kafir, will regret on that day that he did not do more to prepare for it. Even the Muslim will feel that regret, that he didn't do more to prepare for it. So it has been called Yawm al-Hasra, Yawm al-Nadama, the day of feeling regret and remorse. And of these names is Yawm al-Qiyamah, so called the day of standing, because not a single person will be able to sit down on that day due to the anxiety and the fear that they feel. Can you imagine standing for 50,000 years? Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of standing. Allah Azza wa Jal shows in the Quran that this day will of a surety occur. And He proves it to those who dare deny it. Of the ways that Allah proves that this day will occur is by reminding us that Allah is the one who created us for the first time. So why can He not recreate us for the second time? وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ وَهُوَ أَهْوَنُ عَلَيْهِ. He is the one that has created the creation, and He will do it again. He will repeat it, and it will be easier for Him. Cannot the one who created us out of nothing recreate us out of the dust again? Of course He can. Of the ways that Allah Azza wa Jal reminds us that this day will of a surety occur is by telling us to ponder over the earth, where we see a supposedly dead land, a barren piece of earth. And yet, miraculously, after rain falls, it sprouts forth in lush green vegetation. The same one who can bring this land back to life can also bring us back to life, the Quran says. And of the ways that Allah Azza wa Jal proves this day, of the ways that Allah Azza wa Jal emphasizes and reminds us that this day will of a surety occur, is by reminding us that He does not do anything in vain. Whatever Allah does has a purpose, has a wisdom to it. Therefore, because life itself has a purpose, there must be a day of judgment. In other words, Allah Azza wa Jal tells us That your life has a purpose to it. How is this purpose manifested? What is the goal of life? It will be shown on this day of judgment. As Allah asks rhetorically in the Quran, أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ? Did you presume, did you think that we created you for no reason? There was no purpose to your life, and that you would not return to us? Is this your presumption and thought? As Allah says in another verse, أَفَنَجْعَلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ كَالْمُجْرِمِينَ مَا لَكُمْ كَيْفَ تَحْكُمُونَ? Are we going to make the Muslims equivalent to the sinners, the evil people? What is the matter with you? How do you judge? How do you think? In other words, if there is no day of judgment, then where is Allah's infinite justice? We find the Muslim downtrodden, humiliated, maybe even his blood shed. And we find the non-Muslim many times above him, happier than him, materially, socially, his wealth, his status, his fame, his money, his women, his wine. He is enjoying this dunya. And the Muslim, in many times, he is not enjoying this dunya the way that the non-Muslim is. He is controlling his passions, controlling his desires, worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal, sacrificing the pleasures of this world for the pleasure of Allah. Where is Allah's justice if there is no day of judgment? Where will this Muslim be rewarded? And where will this sinner be punished? So Allah Azza wa Jal reminds us that this life has a purpose to it. And that purpose will be manifested on this day. Had life not had a purpose, then there would be no day of judgment. But because life has a purpose, the grandest of all purposes, which is the worship of Allah, then there will be a day of judgment where Allah's justice will be shown, where the sinner will be punished, and the believer will be rewarded. Did you presume that we created you for no reason? Did you think that life had no purpose to it? Because Allah Azza wa Jal does everything for a wisdom and reason, so too life must have this wisdom and reason, and this is manifested in the day of judgment. As for those who do not deny this day, but they try to relegate it to some far